Welcome back, everybody, to our 10th episode of Kicking It with the Neighbors. It is, by most and far, a very wonderful day. It's something worth celebrating, at least for us. This is kind of a endeavor that we decided to do on just a stoned conversation and some willpower. And we scraped what little financials we had together to
Invest in something
invest
greater.
in something better. I mean, it's not the greatest of equipment, as you can tell by some previous episodes. By no means were we well versed or learned in the ways of creating content like this, or even editing it, or producing it and publishing it as well.
hmm
Um, but we just kind of figured it out, and that is kind of, in an essence, the American dream, right? You know, you want to
Yeah,
escape the 9 to 5. Also, how you doing, Riri? Sorry, already going off on a tangent.
doing good. No, I definitely agree. I mean, most people think that it's entrepreneurship is risky,
It is.
and
Starting
they
something
think
of
the
your own
nine
is
to
tough.
five is good because they get a paycheck. You know, they have a
Well,
set
it's
schedule for when they get
security.
paid. Yeah,
It's definitely
and
security. There's offers of, you have the security of,
it's the illusion
you
of
used to
comfort
have the security
and
of being a company
availability.
man. Yeah.
Yep. They trade you trade yourself for money. And I mean,
Your
so many
time.
people talk shit about people trading themselves for money, but I'm like, what do you think you're doing working a 9 to 5 job?
Yeah, it used
Because
to
I can
be.
tell you physically, I'm drained.
Yeah,
Today's economy, hell no. The nine to
it's
five is not worth it
well, the 9 to 5 doesn't
whatsoever.
really exist and hasn't existed for a long time. And
I
even
mean, yeah, I
essentially
mean, it's a
the
12
quote
most of the
unquote
time.
8 hour workday, a lot of Americans these days, and I'm sure it happens a lot of other places, maybe, the side hustle culture is very big here.
I think tops, maybe I work 6 hours. But in the line of work I
Yeah.
do, it's not worth it whatsoever. And I'm getting paid more than people who work hourly. I make their
Oh,
budget in a day.
you know what? That's what I heard the other night. Basically, like some America's poors are other countries' wealthy.
Yeah.
Like in perspective, like and globally, we're not the worst off. We're
No.
actually way better than a lot of people. Um,
Yeah.
the path is there to whatever dream you want to accomplish. It just takes effort.
hmm
It takes getting out of bed and doing it, even if you don't want to do it that day. I mean, how many times was I just grumpy one day and didn't want to do anything? Because, like, yeah, I have PTSD. I got mental health issues. I just get fucking pissy sometimes. And I know that. And I just try to not make it other people's problems.
No, same. I have
But
bipolar issues.
you were
Yeah.
like, nah. I mean, but other than we convinced, maybe I was like, we could record on Tuesday or something, but we still did it within the day. It wasn't like we never pushed off a week so far. And I
Yeah.
don't think we will continue. Even with,
The big move
yeah,
coming
that
up.
we got a big move coming up, peoples. So
Yeah.
she has to move. Well, she has already moved. They're just kind of waiting on getting their place. And then I am also moving pretty much halfway across the country. Up probably literally speaking greener pastures, because the space is there. However, we will continue making these episodes, and I have timed the move and drive in a such that we should be able to still maintain the 1 week. If we are gonna skip, I doubt it. No, we'll get it done.
And don't forget, face reveal is coming up when that does
Oh yeah,
happen.
true. Because we're gonna have to.
We don't have
Well, we
to,
don't
but
have
we'd
to, but
prefer to
yeah,
FaceTime. You know.
yeah. We'll get some little video action going on,
Yeah.
and we'll be doing face to face calls with each other for the next so long.
Probably
And
a year or two.
yep.
Yeah. I mean, I'll try to come
But
down and
that
visit, of
also,
course. We may do a
yeah,
couple where we're in the same room.
Yeah, but
Hopefully,
that
you
will
know.
also open up opportunities for us to bring on board some interviews and other neighbors, you know,
Hmm.
because we really are all about the neighbors, getting to know people, bringing
Yep.
us together. Because
And Q&As, you know,
yeah,
it'll bring in the opportunities for live Q&As. So like, don't forget to communicate with
yeah.
us.
Speaking of like breaking free, you know, once you kind of like log off the internet or just any media consumption and take it, like I spend copious amounts of hours on my computer. I have always done that. I've been a gamer all my life. However, I understand the necessity to unplug because I also grew up in the era where like you still went outside even though you owned a Nintendo or something.
Oh, same. I
Yeah.
could spend one day playing
Yeah.
Mario Kart all
Yeah.
day and then the next day be out until midnight.
And the I guess the roundabout way I was trying to say is the more you get outside and interact with, you know, your neighbors,
The
fellow
better you feel,
humanity. Yeah, you do feel well. Nature does help you.
it heals
Um,
you too.
yeah, yeah, whether you feel it or not. Going out and like meeting your neighbors or talking to your neighbors. How many cool people have we met living in these apartments?
You met some cool people today.
Yeah, we met even today. I met some freaking new neighbors that I've seen around but never got introduced to, and we hung out and they were
Yeah.
rad. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, like already had a bunch of cool stuff that I was like, dude, yeah. I mean, the
It's the joys of
upstairs.
having friendships, you know,
Yeah,
stepping outside of
not
that
being
one
afraid
comfort
of
zone.
your neighbor because
Yeah.
why? If we're the country of
It's
the
open friendship
yeah,
dynamics.
well, we're the home of the
Yeah.
brave, right?
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah. Why you should be brave enough to go talk to your neighbor and hang out and like I mean, I understand things happen and you might have to cut people off, but you shouldn't let that stop you from at least starting dialogue
Right.
because you never know, you might click.
You
And
gotta
sometimes you might click and you might fall out, and that
you
sucks,
gotta
but it's
navigate
okay too. You
change.
got to navigate change.
Yeah.
It's better to navigate an experience than it is to have some idea based out of fear of what may come, you know, like have the experience, I guess.
Yeah.
You can be smart and protect yourself with and still meet people.
Yeah.
You know, it's okay to talk to people. You will find out that the world isn't as sad and or sick.
I mean, yeah, you threw my buddy off. He was like, he threw me a little off standing outside the door with you.
Hmm.
But yeah, come
Oh, I
on
know.
in.
Who's this random? Yeah, who's a
Yeah.
random guy? I mean, that's kind of how it's an old ways. Like that's the 90 ways, you know,
But that's
90s ways.
the
Just
cool part
showing
of
up.
friendship dynamics is
Yeah.
like me knowing who he is and me knowing who you are.
Yeah.
It's like I'm like, okay, they'll be cool together. You
Well,
know?
yeah. It's
Like
bringing people
yeah.
together because I mean, you already have
I mean,
credentials
right
in the
off the bat,
relationship.
y'all had
Yeah.
same interests.
Yeah.
But like, yeah.
Yeah.
Chill, dude. Yeah.
I mean, that happens a lot.
Hmm.
I've talked to many. I mean, honestly, I've talked to
That's how you know you
thousands
have
of
good people
people.
around you.
Really, when I was in Afghanistan and Iraq and just traveling out throughout, you know, the Middle East and Europe and doing all sorts of stuff, like I interacted with so many human beings from all walks of life. All the militaries that were involved in that war, like there were several countries were involved. I've talked to like Belgians, Australians, like British. I had to hang out and that sounds bad. I got to it was really wild. I hung out with a bunch of ANCOP, which is the Afghan Civil Order Police, and like they were supposed to go to training, and I had to escort them. It was like a lieutenant and his squad, and they're basically SWAT team, right? These goofy kids. Like I could just tell the lieutenant. I didn't have an interpreter either, and we had to fly 6 hours north. But that didn't happen because it was a civilian flight, and the pilots were like, "All right, we're gonna just land here and we're done." Like we're done. And he's like, "Yep." I'm like, "Well, fuck." All right. So I had to figure out how to get out of there with no interpreter and 8 Afghans on a military base. That was super fun. It worked out because you don't need words to communicate. Humans can figure out how to talk to each other.
Yeah.
You know, if I came from a place of like hatred and just was a pissy fucking bastard the whole time and I had some sort of idea that these people were less than human, it wouldn't have been so easy
No.
because I navigated the problem without too much stress. I was able to communicate with I could just tell there were people like scared or wary or like what's going on here. And I was just had to talk my way out of everything and go communicate with random people. That's why I'm really good at going up and asking people for a cigarette, even though I don't really need to, Um, my friend was always astonished. He's like, "You just aren't scared?" I'm like, "Dude, I'm just asking a question in a friendly manner, honestly. If they say no, whatever."
Yeah.
Yeah,
What's the
I'm
worst that
not,
could
yeah,
happen? They say
right.
no. You
I
walk away.
That's the thing. Don't be afraid to ask questions. Anything, honestly. I know it seems silly, but go to friggin' Subway and ask for a pizza. Just to, like, remember you have free will. Oh, you want the lighter. Sorry. You gotta remember you have free will. And that's kind of the point of breaking free. Sometimes breaking free of the mind prison, or whatever you want to call it, your constraints, break free of whatever may be holding you back from what you think you're capable of. It can be as simple as just like, I don't know, breaking reality. Remember, you got free will type stuff. Yeah, it's not profitable. That's what I was gonna say. Sorry, little stoner moment there. Yeah, kind of breaking free of constraints doesn't start as a profitable experience. But if your only point in life is to be profitable, capital wise, then you're just gonna live a life of gluttony, I guess, because you're always gonna be chasing and idolizing something that can't be fully fulfilled.
Yes, but you also need to be open to gaining wealth with your neighbors.
Oh, well, I
You
mean,
know, you don't
it's
want
okay to do
you
that,
don't
gain
want a
wealth, and like, yeah,
vampire neighbor, somebody who's gonna leech
yeah.
off of you and use you and drain you for everything you're fucking worth. And then,
Well, that just goes into being, like I said, protective of who you like. You can have a read on people, right?
or I might
Yeah,
take Gimpy. You
yeah,
know,
yeah,
he
yeah.
was one where it's like come over, ask for money, ask to do things for money constantly, and then
And it didn't start that way
mess some
either.
stuff
Yeah, yeah,
up.
yeah, yeah. But I mean, we met through that guy, kind of.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and I'm like, good things come out of bad things, surprisingly. But
yeah.
you know, that's
It's
just
weird.
you need to know when,
It's almost like a wave.
yeah, when neighbors aren't ready to build wealth with you yet. You need to know when to just kind of say, "All right, I'll catch you later in life."
I mean, it's not
Maybe
even that. Some people just don't connect like that. I mean, that's the
he was chill. Don't get me wrong. You know, I wouldn't have hung out with him if he wasn't. But it's like
well. I mean, I
it
mean,
got to a point where I'm like, bro, you're overwhelming me. I don't have money to give you.
yeah,
You
yeah,
can't be leeching off me like that.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
I
it's that point where, yeah, that's not a relationship you keep around. That's called being aware of some red
not to
flags for
mention the
sure.
first bad thing he heard about me. You know, he
Yeah,
decided that's who I was.
yeah.
So
Instead of just asking you outright.
for real, he
Yeah.
started cussing me out, shoving me out of the way when he'd like walk in between us. Remember we were working on your buddy's car?
No,
That
but maybe. Yeah,
that Yukon or whatever?
yeah.
Or no, it was a Ford
It was
Explorer. Well, it was a
no, it was a U.
it was it a Yukon or an Explorer? Two completely different cars, but
It
it
was
was
a Lincoln
yes, it
Navigator,
was a Navigator.
which
Okay,
is Ford,
technically a
the
Ford,
big
yeah,
one, the biggest one.
yeah.
I don't remember. It's another the X
But
something.
he walked right in between us when you were grabbing a wrench, almost shoved you out of the way.
Was he even there? I don't think he was there.
No, he was there. That was right before he
No, he
left.
moved
I
before that.
know
You sure?
that was months ago when your buddy
No,
from where,
Maine came through.
yeah,
I hadn't seen that dude in a long time.
nah, he was still
Are
around
you
here.
sure? I know, I
I
guess,
don't,
but I never
you know,
really interacted with
yeah,
him.
when you cut
I mean,
people
he's a
off,
very
you kind of
easily
ignore
ignorable
them. Yeah,
person. Yeah, so I mean, that's another thing. Yeah, I mean, it might be kind of bad, but my cutoff game is pretty strong.
yeah,
Like, I got homies that are homies no matter what, but still, like, free will again. You have the right to decide what you want to do in your life, and like, you should be good about it at least. I mean, whatever.
yeah.
Be happy, find your happiness, whatever that may be. That could mean anything. Like you just that's another thing. That's an old bit of wisdom. Just because you've known someone for a long time doesn't mean you owe them an eternal friendship. Or any you don't have to put up with people's crap just because you've gone through it together. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like yeah, you're not beholden to people's
Yeah.
you don't
I'm
have to put up
like, thank you for everything you've done for me so far, but
yeah.
it's time to go our separate ways.
That's just how toxic relationships persist.
You got to be the bigger person, and it's sad to say because everybody should just leave that situation equally.
That never happens.
No, rarely does it
That's
ever.
that is one of the main, like we said a long time ago, emotional maturity.
Yeah.
Big problem, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean that's what makes us human is our emotions, but I don't know. I'm more of a logical person.
For sure.
Sometimes I do act out a little bit more dramatically than I should, but a
Yeah,
lot of the
everybody
times I
lets their
try to
emotions
stay
get the best
yeah,
of them,
everybody.
but
That's very human.
yeah,
Yeah.
like who doesn't?
Yeah. I mean, you can only hide it for so long. There's always signs. Robots don't have emotions. Actually,
Sometimes people only get like that to avoid emotions.
yeah, emotions are scary for some people.
Yep.
They don't like to feel them, which is, you know, I get it.
I don't like feeling emotions either, but when it comes to the point where it's overwhelming, I'd rather have that shoulder to lean on.
But it's all,
Or like
yeah,
vice
that's
versa.
also
Like
what
if it
having
gets to the
neighbors is
point where it's
about, right?
overwhelming for
Yeah.
you, I would much rather you come and bend my ear and me
Mhm.
give you a shoulder to cry on.
Yeah.
Than to never see you again.
That's
Or
why,
find out later on that you're not even with us anymore.
yeah.
You know, like it doesn't matter what we've been through if I fucking cut you off or not, because the majority of the time I'm only gonna delete you. I ain't gonna block you unless you keep talking shit. Even then, that's on you,
It's
man.
kind of like a
You
timeout.
can reach out somewhere else.
I guess you say.
Yeah.
I've seen that a lot in friendship dynamics. There's a lot of good friend groups that I've always kind of felt like an ambassador almost.
Well, I'm like that
Like
dude I had that conversation with, the one who was being super gimme attention, like, oh, feel pity for me.
maybe oh yeah. That
I
guy.
didn't block him or anything.
Yeah.
I just finally sent that last text
No,
that
yeah,
made him realize, like, yo, stop texting me if this is how you're gonna be.
Yeah. I
And
remember that
he
now.
left me on red. So I'm like, what you do from then is on you. But you know,
Yeah,
if you want to stop being like
said
that
your
and reach
piece.
out again,
You said your
I'm
piece.
here.
You said
know?
your piece, and you made your yeah.
Yeah. Didn't block him, nothing. Because I told him I'd be there for him. I'm gonna continue to keep my word.
That's another thing. I think we as people just generally get passionate. I think there's a lot of that too. Like some people are just very passionate about stuff.
I'm empathetic.
Yeah. Well, I mean, in a sense of like discussing stuff. I think it's be seen as a little aggressive, you know, voices tend to get raised, stuff like that, you know, and it's not necessarily that they're assholes. They're just really passionate about what they're talking about.
Or sometimes it hits the heart. Sometimes you say something and you may not realize it because somebody doesn't talk about everything they've gone through, but it can hit their heart. And if they start getting defensive and stuff, you need to learn, like, yo, okay, I made him feel some type of way. Maybe I should just be quiet or say sorry or come to an understanding. Be an adult, you know.
Words are powerful, though. You gotta be careful what you say, I guess. Or not be careful. It's not about walking on eggshells. It's more about understanding how to deliver something. There's so many words you can use. So many.
Yeah.
English language is vast. There's many words.
Doesn't even have to be English.
I'm just there's a lot of words to describe things in manners that are a little bit more respectful. I think there used to be a little common decency and common courtesy, and that does exist. But it exists more than people give it credit for, especially on the internet, which is just a cesspool of AI fake propaganda bullshit. It's pretty fun to watch, actually. I enjoy watching the rages of the fires. But
well, I'm like, most of the time when you're sitting there cussing somebody out, you're not speaking English. You know.
Well, I mean, it's all borrowed words. A lot of it. Well, I mean, More or less, yeah.
Definition
That's what
wise.
language is. It's a conglomeration of human speech.
Yeah. And I'm like, I find it really sad that we're just used to calling people a bitch now. Like I'm honestly, I do it too. Out
I
of
mean, it
nowhere. Like
offends
if you offend me, I'll be like,
in a
bitch,
sense.
what the fuck
Yeah,
did you just say?
it's been
I
used
don't
for
mean it offensively.
Yeah, it's been used. It's been used to as a derogatory term for women because it's female dog.
Yep.
And then it's essentially you're just calling a girl a dog, right? I have a bunch of female dogs because I like to say things
You put
like,
them on a leash. You're toxic.
I
That's
got
what you're
these,
saying.
I
When
got
you're
these
calling
bitches
somebody
on a
your
leash.
bitch, you're
Yeah.
toxic as fuck. You're calling yourself the big dog.
I'm saying that I like to say that I got some cute bitches. And then it's also funny to laugh that like, oh, I got all these bitches cuddling on me, you know? But it's
Because
just
you have
dogs.
dogs around.
Yeah.
You know? And I do the same thing. I'm like, oh look, I have a little bitch. You want to see it?
Yeah, I have comedic joy out of it. That's what I get out of it.
Mm-hmm.
I know it does offend people.
I'll do it to people all the time when they text me and I don't know them. I'll be like, "You want to see a little bitch?"
I love the other strange phenomena because, like in America, it's more like, I mean, if you call a girl the C word, then she's gonna probably punch you in the mouth or slap you. Or
but
something.
If you call them a slut, or most of the time they don't care.
Or even a bitch. You know, it's kind of like oh, you bitch. Yeah. Right. But
I mean, hell, gay best friends be going around like, oh, you slut.
You go
whatever.
to like UK and it's more of a term of endearment. Like the C word, I'm going to say it. I don't care. If you get offended, I'm sorry. But it's just a word and probably a more inclusive word.
In all honesty, you need to hear it because you need to be
I said it one time during
in acknowledgement of it.
A little dinner. So I've worked on the racing crew, and like as you would think, a pit crew team is a bunch of mechanics. So we also have less than appropriate conversations sometimes because that's what it is. But our owner of the team was a female, and I was describing something, but the mention of I said the word describing something completely different. I think it was even a hypothetical person, and I got the stares from everybody, and I'm like, fuck, I know what I did. And later on, my buddy's like, you should probably go apologize to her. And I'm like, I don't see why I should, but I'm gonna because I respect her and I don't want her to be upset about it. Yeah. She was like, I'm not worried about it. Like, I'm like, okay. I figured you wouldn't be because you're an intelligent person, but yeah.
It's just out of the respect. Well, yeah. I mean, most of the time if I do say something like, oh, you bitch, or something like that, I'm like, I'm so sorry.
It never wanted to fire me ever, reflex. So that was like, I don't know. That's pretty funny.
It comes from growing up around really immature people.
It's just people getting weird about words. There's a lot of offensive words, but
well, I'm like, if you can't stand to talk about the birds and the bees with your damn kids, you're kind of immature. Okay.
Right? Are you really gonna put it in the hands of another adult?
A random stranger?
A random stranger?
Somebody you ain't ever met?
In a public school?
Yeah.
In this day and age?
Right.
Right.
Not to mention, like, would you rather them learn about cussing from other kids at school?
See, actually, that's...
Or would you rather just be like, okay, if I say something like this, don't repeat it?
No, I read an article recently that said that's actually better if you let your kids cuss at home. You have control, and that's the idea that like most every other civilized country has done. That's why alcohol like consumption's a lot less or at a lower age as well because they do it at home with their kids. They teach them at home how
I would
to
much
be
rather you be like, hey, I want to try alcohol like all my friends are doing it, and I'll be like, okay, you can try it, but you may not like it, and you're gonna stay home.
Here. Right? How many people are drinking booze in America? If you're
close to an age where I know I can trust you with it, I would much rather you come to me and be like, hey, I want to try this, and I'll be like, okay, rather than you go get it from somebody else and me risk losing you. You know, like especially now.
Oh no. All the really nice family kids that I hung out with in high school, whenever it came to like nights of party nights and the weekends, they knew They knew the kids were going to go drink. Nowhere in the past 50 plus years or more, probably more, has a 21-year-old license, like having to drink law worked. Kids drink. High schoolers are gonna drink. They're gonna get it somewhere.
But the difference is I did it on the streets with buddies.
Exactly. They're gonna steal it, or they're gonna go get it with some friends or whatever.
Yeah.
However, like I said, all the like the nice families that I kicked it with, they knew that. So they would just be like, if you guys are gonna drink, just
stay here.
Everyone, play your stupid King's Cup on the table in the kitchen. They just hung out on the couch and watched. They were chaperoning.
Mm-hmm.
They knew it was gonna happen. And because of that, there was no overconsumption. Because there's that sense of like, oh, they're allowing us to do it, but we're not gonna like go
crazy.
ham. Yeah, I'm not gonna chug beers because my bro dared me to, because there's no one there to like give me the cold eye. Like, yeah. You instead, what happens is you get a good buzz and like rather than just getting shit faced and causing mental damage.
Yeah. Like, I want to remember a good night. Like, yeah, I know I get shit faced sometimes, but I also know I'm gonna remember it the next day. I'm either gonna remember it because I regret it, or I'm gonna remember it because I had a good night and I actually made it through without a hangover.
Through my own field studies, the nights where there were no adults involved overwatching were way better than the nights that were there was no oversight.
I remember some nights where I woke up in my sleep throwing up, but I'm like, you know what? Fuck yeah, let's take another shot.
It was a rowdy and fun time, sure, from what it seemed like, because let's be real, alcohol, especially when you're inebriated, a lot of things are way cooler than they should be.
Yeah.
You know, they really are.
Especially fireworks.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't believe me, go hang out with a bunch of people or at a party and just sit there sober. Don't drink a single thing and just wait.
Oh, I've done it before.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
It's fun. You see, it's a whole different perspective, and you're like, wow, it's kind of like this is cute. What it is.
It's cute.
In some aspects.
You see sides of people that you don't usually see, like their goofiness,
them
making you uncomfortable, but being comfortable doing it. And I'm like, Loki, it doesn't even make me too uncomfortable because you get used to it.
Completely inebriated. Yeah. You don't. The barriers are down. That's just kind of what it does.
Most of them start dancing. I'm like, fuck yeah, get your groove on. Yeah. I do it.
I like dancing anyway.
Yeah. If I get drunk, I like grooving. Blast some good music. Fuck yeah.
Yeah. Dancing's good therapy.
Mm-hmm.
I remember we were touching on ways
I can't
to kind of
do it anymore. But I just don't have the emotion, the expression to do it. That's what dancing is. It's an interpretation. It's an expression. You're expressing things.
Sometimes it's just the grooves grooving you.
I mean, yeah, but it's still an expression. It's an expression of the way you feel about the music. That's why you're moving. Tell me that you could honestly like dance now.
Me?
If you were just chilling with a couple of friends and
no. Let's not get it twisted, girl. I don't dance in public.
That's what I'm saying.
I'll get down in my apartment.
I'll get down in my room cleaning.
Yeah.
But hanging out with people, I don't
Okay, that's not entirely
the
true.
Emotion in it. I can't express anything.
I mean, the last time I actually went to anything public and danced, like a party, I mean, no. The night I moved out here. The night before I left to move out here. So 2 years ago, I guess. That's because I went to an after party they do this show, Get Lucky. And I think it's just like a bass culture kind of scene.
I mean, I've been to bars, but I really can't dance there. I've been to that concert. I went to that concert last year. Didn't really dance much.
But I danced in a Mason Hall. You wouldn't call it dancing. But I moved my body in a groove to the music. Yeah. I know it's very ancient. It's got rhythm, but I might be a caveman. The way she goes sometimes. Sometimes I like spinning. It's always fun. It's just fun to dance. I don't care anymore. Used to be embarrassed, but I think it's a little more connection with myself. The ever never ending journey to enlightenment, if you would say, understanding yourself. Good for your brain.
Mm.
Anyway, oh, I forgot. I was gonna do a little shout out to what's Sam Neill.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's a sad
Rest
thing.
in peace.
Yeah, yeah. Oh man, you know what? I'm gonna have to watch. It was a really awesome horror movie he was in, Event Horizon. Have you ever seen it?
I don't think so.
Really, really cool. It's about like basically a derelict ship in Saturn's orbit. They're going on a rescue mission, and it's like a warp capable ship. It's like the first kind of they figured out how warp capability. But where it went, and it's a horror movie. I'll just put it at that. It's a really good psychological thriller. Uh, but yeah, he was in a lot of good movies. I mean, when I was a kid, Jurassic Park for sure. That was a great movie. Go to, saw it in theaters. It was awesome.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it's fun. Not. I don't think any of that was CGI. Like even the giant Tyrannosaurus was like a gigantic machine. I think they had it at Universal Studios or something.
Yeah.
But anyway, great actor. He's a spooky horror dude, like bad guy or whatever. Anyway, man, it's been hot. Brutal.
For sure.
It's an interesting heat wave going on across the world.
Yeah. Definitely making people grumpy.
Yeah, for sure. Tensions are high. Maybe for not the heat, but there's some heat. But anyway.
I hope y'all enjoyed that short episode,
Yeah.
Follow our Patreon, you'll get some more insight on us, who we are. The further
we're
we
gonna do
put this stuff together,
origin story.
the more that will be available.
Our origin story pod or a little episode, a little special edition, whatever.
Yeah. Kicking it with the neighbors. Look us up on Patreon or KWTN.
Yeah. All links in the bio as usual. If you like what you hear, shoot a like and follow and subscribe and all that good jam.
Yeah, we'll probably post our little origin story bonus on Spotify too if you want to check it out on there.
Yeah. So. It'd be interesting. A little peek in the way this whole
yeah. Give you like one little free bonus episode a season.
Bonuses.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. Stay cool out there, y'all. Be nice to each other.
Stay hydrated.
Yeah. Think. Read. Nobody reads anymore. Read
I love reading.
Yeah. Get off the.
I'm working on Stephen King right now.
Reading social media doesn't count, by the way. Get off of social media for like a couple days, Yeah. The world is a little nicer.
We're not gonna pay for this, but like, if you do like reading and you like Stephen King, The Institute, get into it.
I mean, yeah, there's many good books out there.
Yeah.
I'm kind of like my fantasy books. So Patrick Rothfuss, good the author.
Yeah.
The King Killer Chronicles, which is supposed to be a trilogy, but it's
Into
only
the
the
Wind
2 books.
or something like
Name
that.
of the Wind, yeah.
Name of the Wind. There you go. Name of the Wind.
But also you could like read some
Spirit.
history books.
Yeah.
Those are always fun. Learn some things, even though they might be wrong, quote unquote.
Research it. That's always fun.
Yeah, do research. That's always fun. Learn something.
Yeah.
Read.
We learned quite a few things today.
Yeah.
So, you can learn something new every day.
Oh yeah,
it
stagnancy.
Feels good too.
That's the
stagnation.
Stagnation. You don't want to be stagnant,
No.
If you're not like learning or doing something, or stagnation is death.
Yeah.
That goes in a lot of things. Stay moving and grooving,
Mm-hmm.
Got to keep the faith. Keeping the faith.
Collaborate
with each other. Collude even, or wait, is that the criminal version of collaboration?
Collide, you mean?
Collude?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know.
Collide.
We're just naming words now.
No, collide with people,
Oh yeah.
Come together.
Come together. Yeah.
Yeah.
Straight up. It's pretty sweet, Your neighbors are pretty cool, probably. Community's pretty rad.
Some of them, at least.
Yeah.
But you never know until you get to know them.
Shouldn't be afraid to have open and honest conversations about a lot of things.
Yeah, adapt.
Hot topics
normalize.
are pretty tough.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, you know.
Till next time.
Till next time. Enjoy your week, everyone.
Yep.
Or weekend, depending on when you listen. Take it easy.